And welcome everyone to Garden State Sports for a special live edition of Turnpike Takes. My name is Nick Beck, alongside Dylan Shaw, and today we are going to be live streaming and taking you Seton Hall at USC for the Maui Invitational. Yesterday, of course, we didn't see yet. Seton Hall had a big NC State to keep an undefeated 6-0 season. AJ State and McRae of yesterday's game with 22 points and 8 rebounds across his 30 so far have really made a big difference for you. They're going to take on USC from Island soon. Dylan, how excited were you with that win yesterday?
Yeah, I was pretty pumped for New Jersey basketball, Like, Seton Hall, when they're good, New Jersey basketball is just better. And, on last episode of Turnpike Takes, check it out, my co-host Chase was mentioning how it seemed like a key for Seton Hall to, winning, at least, I guess, NC State and going far in this Maui Invitational, was to play more of team ball and less individual scoring. And they did just that yesterday against NC State. There was in the game their starting five, four of their starting five scored in double digits, and the only one who did not was Stephon Payne, which is a 6'9" forward who doesn't score often, and that's just that that's good because at the same time they were a combined total of 7 assists between the starting lineup, and they were sharing the ball, distributing a lot. And as I was watching the Rutgers game, obviously as a fan, but checking back in on the score. Whenever I watched them, I tuned in for a highlight of AJ State and McRae alley-oop slam that kind of solidified, was kind of the dagger late in the game that extended their lead to 15. And it just seemed like the energy on the bench was there, and they were really just playing for each other, and that was great to see because NC State teams is a very dangerous team. They currently are closing out Boise State with a pretty good win in the consolation bracket right now, obviously. So that was not no walk in the park win for the Pirates last night, and NC State can definitely hoop. So this is going to be a quad 1, quad 2 win for them, and I'm excited to see what they can do against USC. USC obviously still undefeated on their 2025-2026 season. They haven't really had the highest of competition. They beat Boise State in the first round of the Maui Invitational, obviously 70-67. The game before that was one of the most thrilling games of the season so far, defeating Troy in a surprising 3 overtime game that was 107-106. I mean, that game, I don't even want to guess what time that game ended on the West Coast, but yeah, so they can definitely play. They're led by 30-year-old Chad Baker Mazzara. I don't know how old he is, but he's old. I mean, he's just been a journeyman, I guess. He's averaging 20 on this season, so I think he's definitely Seton Hall's definitely gonna need to shut him down if they want a chance in this game. But USC's got a deep roster, so it's gonna be a good one for sure.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be an exciting one. The update is it looks like tip-off's gonna be at 5:24, so we're about 20 minutes still away from that, just because, of course, when you're running the tournaments like this, some of those other games take a little bit longer. But I will say I didn't watch too much of yesterday's game, but it kind of seems like these guys are finally figuring out how to really play as a team. And that's not to say that they weren't having good wins before. Like their win against Fairfield was a pretty dominant one, especially for a Fairfield team that's usually still in the top half of the MAC. The Wagner game, I think, was probably the scariest so far this year, just from a standpoint of you really should have won that game or been in control of that game for much longer, because the truth is the Pirates definitely weren't in that game. And so far it seems like, unfortunately, that a lot of the more highly touted transfers haven't worked out in their favor, and rather it's some other guys who have been stepping up instead. So, yeah, I mean, we knew that Bud Clark was supposed to be the real guy this year. He's just had some issues with getting his shots to fall. He's taken a lot of shots, which Chase mentioned a couple times in the episode of Turnpike Takes. So, yeah, I think this is going to be an important game for them to really figure out how to play against a top team like this. And I'm excited to see what happens here, because this is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, last year, like obviously Seton Hall and USC both had pretty down years for their program standards, both finishing Seton Hall finishing pretty significantly under 500, and USC they made it out of the first round of the Big Ten tournament, beating Rutgers in the first round, but I think still resulted with under 500 record. If not, it was like one game over. So both pretty disappointing years. I believe last year was Eric Musselman's head coach first year with the program. Came over from Arkansas. I believe after being fired, and then Coach Cal obviously took over. Um, it's kind of a win-win for both programs there. USC hasn't really been tested like crazy so far. Cal Poly, Manhattan University, Illinois State, Troy, which surprising test, and then Boise State. But none of these teams, like obviously Boise and Troy, played them really well, and it was closer than expected. But for for the aspirations that USC has this season, I don't think that they've been tested. I think this will be their best battle so far. Like if USC gets over this hump, which they'll be in a good spot going forward because they'll have one more game in this tournament against a I think I'm not sure. This is a championship game or no?
No, I think the
Semis, right?
semis. Yeah.
Don't know who they would play. I haven't. I think
Here,
that the
I
second
could
game
pull.
is later in the day.
I'll pull up the bracket here.
Yeah, I feel like the second game might be later in the day. I'm not fully sure though. Oh, you know what it is? It's going to be Washington State versus Arizona State. The winner of that game.
Yes, that.
Speaking of that game, I tried to stay up as much as I could. The Arizona State Texas game finished at like 2 a.m. Eastern last night. That was an incredible game. Arizona State came back from being down like double digits, like not like pretty into the second half, and like
Yeah.
they came back led by this guy. I don't he kind of gone under my radar, but Maurice Odom from like, their guard senior, he dropped 36 last night and hit the game winning three with 7 seconds to go. So yeah, the winner of this game will take on Washington. I think this game is probably a sure-cut win for Arizona State because Washington State barely beat Chaminade, which is the annual
Yeah.
team that plays.
Yeah, I did
So like,
watch part of that game earlier. That was very interesting.
yeah,
I will say some of the coaches have been showing up with some cool cool shirts today with some of their Hawaiian prints, and I think Chaminade had one of the best ones. Um,
yeah, Chamonix is actually a
yeah.
pretty cool story. Like every 2 years, this team plays in this Maui. They like, I don't know if maybe they're from Maui, but they get like an automatic bid every 2 years. They never win, but like that was pretty close. They came pretty close yesterday against a
um,
bad Wazoo team.
Jake in the chat asks who we got on the money line.
What
Um,
is what is the line?
I'll see what it's set at right now. I'll double check. I don't even know who.
They got it
Uh,
at let's see.
minus 270 for Seton Hall. It looks like.
Minus 270 for Seton Hall. Uh, I don't know. I feel like playing the money line game. I would take USC here.
What else we got going on? Yeah. So again, if you missed it, 524
What's the
tip.
spread for this game?
I don't know. Plus or minus 6.5.
Yeah, I would take seven. No, I think it's 7.5 now for USC.
Ooh,
For
interesting.
Seton Hall's significant underdogs. Interesting. Wait, the
Really?
money line's minus.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have
yeah,
put them.
makes sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put them that far down. I think this is gonna be a tough one. What was the US? What did the USC game from yesterday look like? It was.
They won by 3 against Boise.
Yeah, I mean, and,
I mean, if
Boise.
Baker Mazzara plays like he did yesterday, I mean, if Rodney Rice plays like he did yesterday, I think they might win.
I mean, Boise didn't play
Baker
well.
Mazzara played awful.
Yeah. Boise didn't play well today.
No, they did not play good. They played
That
better yesterday.
yeah. Huh.
I
It's gonna
mean,
be
Boise
interesting.
just had a rough start. Remember
It's
the
gonna be
opening
interesting.
game for Boise? Probably one of the worst losses in probably the worst loss so far all season. They lost to like a D3 team, Hawaii Pacific or something. I don't even know.
Yeah. From very early in the season.
First game,
Uh,
yeah, first day I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, I remember that. So some good times, right?
See,
Yeah.
Rodney
So
Rice, he's really good.
yeah. Um,
Like,
yeah. Honestly, I don't really know who I have in this game because I think at this point Seton Hall is just running on so much like energy coming off their start to the season that I wouldn't be entirely surprised if they just kind of pulled this one out in a pretty dominant way. But we'll see there, I guess.
Entire
Yeah.
invitational,
Hmm.
and it's like, dude, Seton Hall, like they can get to 8-0 and end their November March undefeated. They'll be ranked for start, 100% be ranked, and
Yeah.
like looking ahead of their schedule, like who are we like that scared about? That's like, oh, they're gonna lose. Central Connecticut State is a win. I mean, I know Rutgers lost to them. Like that's a win for Seton Hall. Kansas State, Kansas State, they're good, but they're gonna get tested. Maybe one loss. Rutgers at home, probably a win now. Looking at this point, like Seton Hall's got a very very favorable schedule coming, going ahead, and like they just got to get through these next two games, and they're
Oh yeah.
really set up for like they're really set up. I'm excited to see this team actually.
Yeah. I it's gonna be it's gonna be fun, I think. So, just in terms of the Maui Invitational, after this game, schedule is gonna be Washington State, Arizona State, and then rounding out the night is Texas Chaminade. Um, so yeah, that is interesting there. So if the winner of this Seton Hall USC game will take on the Washington State Arizona State winner there um, tomorrow at 2:30. So we'll see how that goes. I just think it's so interesting how some of these tournaments work, where a lot of these teams go from playing maybe two games or even one game a week to being just thrown into this um, tournament where they could be playing 3 or 4 days a day. So Joshua says, when do they play? It's going to tip off at 5:24 just because of some of the delays that they were having heading just from the tournament today. So it's going to get started very, very soon.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I think it's kind of wild looking at like what college basketball is now. Like this Maui Invitational, like even like 2 years ago, like I remember that was one of my favorite tournaments because like I got into college basketball like maybe 5 years ago, but that like was like Auburn was in a Houston, Iowa State. I remember that tournament was being
mhm.
Creighton was so electric, and now it's like I'm nothing, not downplaying any of the teams in this tournament, but the Players Era Festival is like it's really the new landscape of college basketball. Like just the best teams want to play there because like they're offering up so much NIL money to like every team is guaranteed over $500,000 in NIL money. Winners can even go over 1 million. Like that's so much money for a program that like it's like college basketball feast week. Like it's kind of losing its art because like these teams don't want to play for like what used to be like the standard, and like the getting an invite to the Maui Invitational was like the best invite you could get all year. Like that was
Oh yeah,
like you've made as a program if you got the invite. And now it's like
and
obviously they're so good teams, but like it's
I
not the best
think
of the
I
best
think in
anymore.
this day and age, though, for a lot of these teams, like maybe Seton Hall or really any most of the other teams this tournament, besides like Texas and some of those bigger um, Power Five schools, that prize money, especially now with transfers and NIL and stuff, is worth a lot more now than I think it ever was. So
What is the
um,
prize money for this tournament?
I don't know. Let me double check that.
It's let's see.
What are we at? What are we
It might not be a prize money.
at?
There isn't any.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Players Era Festival is like
Yeah,
changing
that's
landscape
like
of
yeah.
college basketball
Players era is $1 million.
for winter. Yeah, I mean like even like Rutgers, like my team, like they 2 years now in a row they're playing in this, and 2 years in a row they're not actually going far in tournament, but they're still walking out with a good chunk of money
Hmm.
for a program that needs like funding and stuff. It's like now it's like it used to be like these tournaments for the experience and stuff, get your fans out there, but like it's like different now. I'm kind of like I don't know. I feel like I used to like Maui as like just like everyone's like Maui Invitational was like the tournament to watch, and now it's like changing. The best teams are playing in other tournaments, and like these games are kind of going under the radar more. I guarantee you, more people are watching like Iowa State versus Creighton than they were NC State versus Boise State.
Yeah, so I'm actually doing some the research about the what we were just talking about, the prize money. Like, apparently, it's upwards of 400,000 for the teams to travel to Maui, and then there's no prize money available.
Okay,
Which,
so it's just like
and I
so
guess
getting
it would
all
probably be
together.
more for Seton Hall coming from the East Coast as well. So, it's
And I
kind of
guess
crazy.
food and all that might be included as well.
Yeah, that's interesting though. Huh. Um,
Looks like 5 minutes till tip off now. Looking
5 minutes.
at
Okay,
the broadcast of the game.
nice. Um, yeah, this is gonna be a interesting game. Um,
How many Seton Hall fans showed up to the tournament?
I don't I don't know actually. I mean, decent amount of people there. Looks from warm ups what I'm seeing so far. Um,
Yeah, USC's much closer, but
yeah,
I wonder like how many other fans actually travel to these games because like West
yeah,
Coast college basketball is not as prominent as East Coast college
yeah.
basketball.
So the starters look like it's going to be um, Clark, Fisher, Williams, Payne, uh, and Staten McCray for Seton Hall. So, as expected. So we'll see. No real big changes there. Um,
I mean, this game's going to be like extremely high scoring.
oh yeah.
I mean, USC lets up points like no other team does.
um, yeah. Let me. I mean, that Troy game went to the hundreds, right?
106 to 107. I mean, obviously three overtimes, but still. I
Yeah.
mean, like, what was it after the first period
I
of
mean, they
play?
let up 83 to Manhattan. Um, yeah.
Actually, okay, it was 68-68 at first before first overtime period.
Okay.
That's not awful.
It's not terrible. Um,
But
interesting.
they have three players who average over 16 points per game. Rodney Rice leading their team at 22, Chadwick and
Yeah.
Razar at 20, and
I mean,
then
they've three
um
90 plus games already, and then the other one was 87. So it's not like that's um, huge there. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to be a. I mean, they're going to shoot their shots.
yeah, sneaky under the radar player for USC is Ezra Asar,
Yeah.
transfer from Utah. He
Yeah.
doesn't shoot the ball. He hasn't shot the ball. He hasn't shot a three all year. But he's averaging 16 on 70% from the field. So he's just an efficient scorer who just gets buckets when he needs to. And he shoots the ball at a very low clip at the free throw line. So
Yeah.
look for not like a hack a shack type of thing, but look for Seton Hall to try to get Asar in some unfamiliar territory, um, trying to shake up this USC offense. And then for Seton Hall, obviously AJ State and McCray is like the guy to look at, but the guy I'm most interested in is to John Simpkins, who
Yeah.
before State and McCray's amazing game against NC State has kind of been the guy recently. He's dropping 14 and then 18 points in the previous two games. Um, he's got a smooth looking jump shot, shoots it at a high clip, he's good from the free throw line. So he's just an efficient all around scorer. So I
Yeah.
think he'll need to step up today.
I mean, I think Rodney Rice is going to be the biggest problem there. Pretty obviously. I think 27 points last time out. So um, that's going to be that might be an interesting one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like Maryland, he's a guy from Maryland, transferred from Maryland as well. Like
Mhm.
same with Jacoby Gillespie, who went to Tennessee. I don't really know what happened to Maryland. I know they got the coach left and stuff, but I don't know. Wonder why all these guys transferred out.
I think it was mostly the coach, because that was a big with the move to Villanova. That was a big problem.
Yeah, they're showing Rodney Rice right now. Season high 27 points
Jesus.
in the win in the quarterfinals yesterday. I mean, he's just a pure scorer. He really is. He
Yeah.
he's got a scoring first mindset. He does like to pass the ball, but like obviously he averages 7 assists a game, but he's a scorer's first. And then
Yeah.
CBM Chad Baker Mazzara. He I don't know. He's been in the league for so long. Not the league. He's been in
Yeah,
D1. He's been in college for so long. So
yeah.
he's just unk out there.
And Rice also had I believe, triple double a couple weeks back, which was, um, yeah. I mean, he's been great for USC so far.
Wow, he
So
did.
and
That's pretty hard.
yeah, speaking of the shirts, right now they're showing Holloway with his Seton Hall Hawaiian shirt in the huddle, so they're getting ready to
Yeah,
go. Um, it's gonna be
you could
fun.
tell yesterday when they won, when Seton Hall won. Pretty Holloway was pretty emotional over the victory, and I think
Yeah.
pretty happy for him because it's been a hard transition into the high major level of basketball. But
Hmm.
I think yesterday's win was just like what the team needed, what the program needed, and
Yeah.
we're just about um on the way for tip off here. Teams are getting lined up in the circle right now,
Yeah. It looks like there
showing
are a good amount of USC fans, which is, um, we were wondering about that. And actually, I'm seeing some good blue there. So
that's good. Yeah.
yeah,
Fun
good
facts
crowd.
here, just on screen. Shaheen Holloway actually in his Seton Hall player like playing tenure scored 1,600 points.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
huh.
and
I didn't know that.
we're underway here.
All right, here we go.
Underway here in Maui.
It's gonna be. I'm excited for this one. So that's gonna be already an offensive rebound, for USC. So that's already a problem. Chad Baker Mazzara's shot goes off, and Coffey's able to scoop it up there.
And the
So
jump ball as well.
yeah, it's gonna it's gonna be interesting there. Yeah, yeah. So
Early
I
on.
mean, I think that's gonna be a huge problem already, for Seton Hall all night, where they're just kind of getting boxed out
There
there.
we
Because
go.
hey, there you go. So AJ Stanton McRae on the board first. He has a steal, um, and now he has his first bucket of the game with a nice jumper. So that's gonna be 2-0 Seton Hall lead to get us started. Wow, that was a weird shot.
USC's got a really and one for USC. Um, my player headlined Ezra Asar with the bucket there. And the personal foul is credited to Stephon Payne III for Seton Hall. I mean, USC's offense seems to be moving pretty well. It's a lot of passing, and then it's
Yeah,
like get your guys in their spots and let them go to work. So
yeah.
Asar converts on the free throw, even though he does shoot at 50%.
um, yeah, I you can't really be making those mistakes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Satan McCray just climbed the ladder for an alley oop, assisted by
None other
um
than Adam Clark. Yeah, I mean,
Bud Clark, and then they're on the floor again, and another jump ball forced by Seton Hall. Seton Hall's all over the floor, all over the court right now on defense, and the intensity level is very high right now.
I think
It's,
that I mean Bud Clark, getting those assists is big for him because he was just struggling a lot, shooting early. So it's nice that he's kind of getting more into the game now. Um,
yeah, no, I'm with you there. I want to
as
see Clark get to the free throw line, get to the hoop, get like a scorer needs to see some shots going and get some freebies.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't really know what happened to Baker Mazar there. He's kind of wow.
And a
um,
tough bucket there.
yeah,
And a turnover by Seton Hall, and ball goes back to USC.
yeah,
But I'm okay with that. I
yeah,
like pushing the pace, you know.
yeah. Bud Clark on that turnover. Good thought that he had, but just kind of sailed it over. Who was he looking for? It looked like he was looking for Payne there. Um, so yeah, currently USC with the 5-4 lead, just getting started here. 18 minutes to go in the first half. Eventful 2 minutes so far as Payne scoops up a defensive rebound after Azar had a missed layup there. He's been driving well so far. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I would have gotten rid of that one there.
Mike
And
Williams, a third step back three off the mark,
yeah,
and a Rodney Rice turnover. Um, gives the ball back to Seton Hall, which they convert on a driving layup on the fast break by Bud Clark, which is a great
good.
start to see.
It's really good.
Ronnie
Yeah.
Rice is shaking up, taking to the sidelines right now with an apparent shoulder arm injury.
Oh no, that is terrible for USC. I mean, the
He's
best
grimacing
player
in
by
pain
far.
right now.
That's
He's,
is that him that kind of went? Oh
he turned the ball. It was like seemed like when he was turned the ball over something when he went
yeah,
to the ground or something. I couldn't tell exactly what it was. They panned back. They're showing the replay right now.
yeah. So that's going to be Jordan Marsh in then as Rodney Rice heads out with that injury. Um,
Ooh, he was trying to make space with his right arm and he
oh
curled around Bud Clark and it looks like he got maybe like
yeah.
I
So
can't tell. I can't
I
tell
mean
what that
that
is.
that was an excellent steal and score there for Bud Clark, but that is terrible for the Trojans if he ends up
Yep.
being out for extended time in this game.
Jordan Marsh replaces him on the court,
Yeah,
getting his first play of the game so far.
he looks like he's talking to some training staff still. Um,
He hasn't gone into the locker room yet. And a
yeah,
turnover by USC, but Seton Hall turns it over. Stefan Payne turned the ball over
yeah.
after getting the steal.
After he
So
got the steal, yeah. That's gonna be a foul against Seton Hall. It looks like. Um,
So as much as like they have three turnovers, I believe, or two or three turnovers to start the game. It's been pretty sloppy all around, but I'm okay with that for Seton Hall as like just
yeah,
getting the intensity levels up, keeping
and
the
three
stellar
three
offense on their
steals,
heels.
three steals as well, which is good to see. Um, Getting involved on defense because, like we said, USC is just going to keep pounding, and so being able to put some of that pressure on is good.
And that's an and
That's
one.
yeah. Coffee in as Baker Mazara picks up the assist there, foul on Elijah Fisher. A lot of fouls, not good.
Yeah, it's his first personal. They need to keep their length out of foul trouble right now. That's
So
one on Fisher. There's one on Stefan Payne.
and
Don't
Stanley
get into
McCray
foul
has
trouble.
one. Yeah.
And Steve McCray has one, yeah.
So he hits the
USC is USC is getting to the paint early,
yeah
trying to attack this smaller defense.
yeah. So he hits the
And
free throw there. So that's 6-8 in favor of USC. Um, Rice is sitting still just talking with the trainer on the bench, but they're not really working on his arm at all. So that looks okay for now. Um, Shot off the mark for Stain McCray as Dickerson picks up that defensive rebound.
and a big block by Elijah Fisher on the
Yeah.
defensive end. And a Mike Williams, the third, hits a 3-pointer in the corner on a dish by Adam Clark, his second assist. And just like that, Seton Hall ties the game back up at
I
8.
mean, that's really good. I mean, Clark really could have taken it all the way there, but he saw the smarter shot, decided to dish out to his teammate. I really like that. They're playing a lot more coherently, it seems like. So I'm enjoying seeing that. USC looks kind of lost without Rice kind of out there to just be a shooter for them. I mean, the Seton Hall's putting a lot of pressure on.
I agree. The foul by Seton Hall takes us to the under 16 timeout break. Fouls on Mike Williams, his first.
Yeah,
Let's see if Ronnie Rice is going to come back after
yeah.
this break. That's
So
important because clearly the offense is not moving the ball well without
yeah.
him.
So that's 4 of the 5 starters for Seton Hall already with a personal foul to each of them. So keep an eye on that, especially this early on as we head into the U16. So far, Bud Clark, I mean, he's been good all around. I like how he's passing. His court vision seems a lot better. Um, so yeah, that's good to see.
Yeah, he's 2 points, got 2 assists, he's got a rebound, one turnover, but makes it up with steal. Right now, a little glaring issue for Seton Hall early through the first 4 minutes is foul trouble.
Yeah.
4 of the 5 starters for them, um, except State McCray, um, has a foul, and USC has 0 players with a foul. So,
Mm.
just kind of staying out of foul trouble is going to be necessary because this is not a team where you want to get them to the line because they shoot the ball really well at the free throw line. They're one of the really good in the Division 1 level at shooting the ball.
So
So
let's look at who just came in for Rice here. Jordan Marsh is going to be who um, came in there. It looks like, where was he last year? He was at UNC Asheville, um, where he was Big South Conference Newcomer of the Year. He averaged 18.8 points per game, shot around 45% from the field. So, I mean, he's a good pickup for USC, but I don't know how he's going to fare in this game here. So far, he's averaging, uh, let's see,
around 5 a game,
yeah, um, and around like
but he's
yeah,
taking a different role on this team.
16-ish minutes um, per game for him so far. So, hmm,
You is showing USC took a paddle boarding. Actually, what is this? Some type of or surfboarding as well across the ocean near Maui right now. So it looks like that's one pro of going to these tournaments. It's like for the players and for the fans, for the coaches, it's always a blast.
I mean, I wouldn't, I don't know if I would personally be doing that kind of with less than a day in between each tournament and stuff, but it didn't look like it was too crazy out there. So no injuries that came from that because that would have been a story that would have been another one that was like viral. Like, what's happening here? A story if someone got hurt on their surfing trip.
Yeah. Gabe Dines, he's interesting. He's a 7'5"
Yeah,
center.
I'm just
He's
looking
into
at
the game.
him coming. He's matched up with Hines right here, who's um, in the game now for Seton Hall.
He's another transfer. He came over from Youngstown State, which I believe is a D1
Oh,
team.
so that's gonna be
Could
the
not
first foul on USC there with Baker Mazzara. Um,
again. That's I'm not sure exactly who that is, but let me see. That is Fisher, Elijah Fisher, just trying to penetrate the hoop, which is
yeah,
good because they need to get this team in foul trouble and make them think more.
yeah. It's Coffee with the block. Um,
Mike Williams misses on the corner three, and it's rebounded by Payne, but um, misses on the follow.
yeah. So, huh.
Oh wow! For immediately Gabe Dines into the game with a monstrous slam.
Yep. I mean, when you're 7'5", you really not too big of a problem there, you know. Um,
He barely jumped for that.
and I will say that's um, Hines' first shot miss of the tournament. He was 5 for 5 in game one. So
And that's going to be an and one for Mike Williams driving to the hoop with his left hand, finishing on his offhand. That's foul's going to
that's
go on Jacob Coffey, his first.
yeah. I mean, finally getting some taking advantage of USC there a bit. They're going to be playing a little crazy here with some bigger guys out on the floor right now. So it's good to take advantage of there. Um,
And a little sidetrack, if anyone does care, Kansas is going to close out Syracuse
oh,
um, in the second game of their Players Era Festival.
so
USC is
10.
pushing the pack
Yeah.
and turns it over. Gabe
Oh,
Dines with an errant pass.
yeah. So that's 10-10 all still. Um, I mean, just a lot of defensive pressure.
Yeah, and then right there, Najai Hines tries to finish at the hoop, but misses for his second miss. And
Then
on
they
the way
bring it the
back,
other way. Yeah, Marsh.
Jordan Marsh for the three.
They're gonna rule it 2, I think.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
And there we go. That's our guy, Adam Clark, with a pull-up mid-range, starting off 4 points on 2 of 2 shooting with 2 dimes as well. Looking to have his best game as a Pirate so far.
Yeah, he's looked good so far. I mean, he's been getting down the court quick, pretty much every time he's gotten the ball. So made the decision there not to pass it out, and he hit there, which is good. So
And the Seton Hall defense is all over the USC offense. Turnover by Jordan Marsh, his
oh
second, and a foul on Murray and Dickerson,
wow,
sorry, which will send Mike Williams, who is having one of his best games so far. A great
yeah,
start for Mike Williams.
he is 0 for
He's
2
going to the
from
line.
3, but and actually has seen Seton Hall hasn't hit on a 3 yet. So
Really like Mike Williams' intensity to start this game right now.
yeah,
He's got a scoring first mindset. He's up to 5 points.
yeah. So last game, Seton Hall had 9 steals, and they're already at 5 here today. Um, so I think they're probably going to match that and even go farther. Um,
I mean, we're talking about this USC offense that's putting up like 80 points a game. They look lost out there. Another turnover for the Trojans.
wow. I mean, this is Seton Hall's time to take advantage here.
Corner pop threes off, but a foul on the floor on USC will have an out of bounds, sideline out of bounds for the
Yeah,
Pirates.
and that's going to be ruled another Clark steal. So he's up to 2, and that's 6 for the team already.
Yeah, I mean I don't know, like maybe they listen to our podcast episode because they are looking to find their open shooters. Adam Clark had a direct line on the hoop that could have took a contested 2, but instead he dished it to the corner for what was an open 3, which was off the mark, but
Yeah.
resulted in an offensive rebound and a foul on the floor.
Williams hitting on his free throw opportunities so far. It's going to help out a lot. 15 to 12 now, Seton Hall in control. And I mean, we were talking right before the U16 about foul trouble for Seton Hall. They haven't had a foul, and now that's 4 straight for USC. So obviously working hard to figure that out there. As Mike Williams hits another, so that's 16 to 12 now, and he's up to
I
8
may be
points
wrong.
already.
Maybe wrong. I'm not fully sure, but I thought I saw Rodney Rice back on the court. Number 1. Yep, he's back on the court. Looks to be
Okay.
good from his apparent shoulder injury. Jordan Marsh sits, and Jordan Marsh coming into the game, we just headlined him. He has had a bad start to this game. 3 turnovers and a foul to start his. Yeah.
That's rough there. Jeez, so, full court pressure, almost every time.
And another USC turnover. Rodney Rice misses on the pull-up mid-range, and an Amari and Dickerson travel on the loose ball. And Seton Hall has forced 8 turnovers within the first 7 minutes of play in this game.
Wow,
USC has 1 more field goal attempt than turnovers.
this is big. This is really big.
They need to put their foot on the pedal right now. This is their time.
I mean, we were talking about pregame, just like they shoot a lot, but haven't seen really much of that here at all.
And speaking of shooting, a 3-pointer is good by Trey Parker off the bench, who averages 2.8 points per game, comes in with confidence, and knocks down their first triple of the game.
Yeah, 1 for 4 now today on 3-pointers, but that's a big one to hit right there. 19 to 12 lead now. See if they can force another turnover here. USC actually yet to attempt a 3. Usually that would be left up to Rice, and now that's going to be a foul on Trey Parker, actually. So with Rice back on the court, I assume we're going to start seeing some more threes incoming for the Trojans. Oh, that
And
was
quickly, a missed opportunity by the Trojans there on the inbound. A wide open lob opportunity, and it's too high of a passing. Coffee's not able to control the layup.
yeah, good rebounding there. Simpkins was able to get involved, it looks like, and come down with that one. They're going to take their time setting up here.
Oh, and just what you did not want to do, a turnover by
Yeah,
Seton
Rodney
Hall and
Rice
a fast
steal.
break layup. And a
Rodney
fast break
Rice
layup
steal.
for Chad Baker's Mazzara.
Yeah. Um, I mean, good awareness by Rice to pass it there, but those are the kinds of things that end these kinds of runs. Still in the 9-2 run, though. So, I mean, they just look so much more organized this game.
They do. And that'll take us to our under 12 timeout on a pass bat out of bounds. It will be Seton Hall ball on a sideline out of bounds.
Yeah, looks like
But
Alzer got his hand on the ball there. So,
this has been the as good as an 8 minutes as Seton Hall could have asked for to begin their game.
excellent. As heading to commercial ESPN just shows some guy uh, crashing off his board. So, good stuff all around from the Maui Invitational. Should we check what else is going on in college basketball right now?
Yeah, let's take a look. Only one other notable game going on right now. There's St. John's has a 12-point lead over Baylor. Early second half, they're on a 10-3 run.
Yeah. Notable games. Not seeing much over in Orlando. 5-0. UC San Diego is up on Bradley, ending the first. Yeah, it's crazy. Seton Hall has one of the top games in the country right now, which is always good for these kinds of teams. 5-1 McNeese, 4-2 Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee is leading that one right now, heading to halftime. 1-5 Ohio with 6-1 Loyola Marymount. They are tied.
Yeah, looking up, we have Players Era Festival takes a big leap in their games coming up. Tennessee, number 17, takes on undefeated Houston, number 3. Both teams actually undefeated, 6-0. This game will tip off, they say 6 o'clock, but assuming a little bit after that, depending on when the previous game wraps up. Undefeated St. Bonaventure will attempt to test the Tar Heels undefeated number 16 Tar Heels as they're both 5-0. This game, not sure if this is. I believe this might be a tournament game. Let me double check. This might be. I think it might be what Michigan State is playing in. I believe. Yeah, the Fort Myers tip-off. North Carolina will take on Michigan State on Thanksgiving.
Nice.
In this four-match tip-off, Michigan State had a pretty resounding victory today against East Carolina. So I guess the Fort Myers tip-off format is the good teams get a cakewalk first game and then they play each other. So,
in terms of other New Jersey teams, yesterday FDU taking part in their own tournament that they host, lost 70-65 to East Texas A&M. Rider, Coppin State, again, no tournament for either of them in action today in New Jersey. Later tonight, Princeton versus Temple down in Orlando for the ESPN Events Invitational, which I believe tips off at 7:30, and then, of course, the Seton Hall game that we've got going on right now ahead of this weekend where Dartmouth is coming to town to face St. Peter's, and there's a couple other notable games like that, and then Rutgers, of course, will have another game coming in the next couple of days.
back to the game. Seton Hall starts off with
Simpkins. Yeah.
Simpkins. And a steal by Seton Hall with an emphatic dunk on the fast break.
Amazing. The,
Wow.
the, the fact that they're still keeping that going
The
is crazy.
Seton Hall fans behind the bench are on their feet right now, cheering on their defense. That fast break dunk was by Trey Parker off the bench, averaging 3 points a game, already surpassed that average.
7 steals as a team so far.
Rodney Rice is
For
short on three. Outstanding hustle on the rebound. And Adam Clark with the pull-up mid-range is good. It's 25-14.
oh my God, that's
Gene Holloway is pumped.
13 points off turnovers as well, um, for Seton Hall. So I mean that's the key really there, as really Hines on that play there, got down and dirty for that one.
Another near turnover for USC leads to a questionable foul call on Seton Hall, but
Yeah,
this will lead to 2 free throws coming up for the Trojans.
yeah, I don't know about that one. Didn't seem like there was a lot of contact there. Um, wow,
Yeah, I'm with you.
this is crazy. It's a 17
I
and
mean,
4 run. Um, jeez. Parker's having a lot of fun out there.
is he
um,
a freshman or is he a sophomore?
uh, Parker, let's take a look.
Sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah.
Sophomore transferred from North Carolina State. Oh, so he beat his former team last game.
That's fun.
That's an interesting storyline.
Um,
Ezra Starr goes 1 for 2 from the line, but it's rebounded um, by the Trojans, and they have a fresh 24 here.
so Trey Parker also subbed out there with Mike Williams, the third, coming back in.
Oh my goodness, what a pass by Rodney Rice, falling to the ground out of bounds. Slings it to Amari and Dickerson for the wide open dunk. Or sorry, my fault. Ezra Asar for the wide open dunk.
Yeah, I mean, coming out of the break there's definitely some new things going on there for USC.
Oh, is that Shaquille O'Neal? Is that Najai Hines? What a move. A spin move on the baseline for an emphatic jam.
Oh my God, this team is so fun to watch.
It really is. I mean,
This has
it's
been
surprising.
awesome.
This is my first full-length Seton Hall game that I've been really watching because just based on what other games are on and if it's on TV, but maybe I should watch this team more. They look tough.
This is fun, yeah. You were clearly right so far about who your USC pick was. Oh my, definitely a foul there by Fisher, but again, that was Hines really getting up there. Um, yeah, this is really a fun team. But yeah, you were right about who your USC player to watch was, for sure. Already 8 points on the day today. Rice yet to score as well. Of course, he went out for a tiny bit there with that arm injury. But 2 assists for him.
Terrence Williams hits his first from the line. Transfer from Michigan. He's, I believe, a senior. A lot of transfers wanting to play for Musselman.
Yeah, that's Fisher out, Hines out, and in Payne and Rivera.
And Williams goes 2 for 2 from the line and is 27-19 in favor of the Pirates.
Get some points back here. So that was a really bad layup attempt there. Kind of hit the side of the hoop.
A near turnover again for the Seton Hall. This time off the bench, Josh Rivera on the ground, but ball again stays with the Pirates. They clearly have a plan of attacking the rim. All passes look to be in the paint. Another errant pass taken by Terrence Williams.
Yeah, that was a pretty nasty sequence there, all around. Some bad passes, not so great shot attempts either.
Yeah, 3 chances there and just three bad possessions.
Foul on
And on the
Simpkins.
way down, found Simpkins on USC shot attempt. USC is slowly but surely kind of mounting their own comeback, facing good resilience here with the crowd behind the Pirates just getting to the line. First free throw is missed by Asar.
That's good.
And yeah, we want a New Jersey win here, not the West Coast
100%.
teams.
Also, just be good for Seton Hall to kind of be a more involved team in the Big East this year, just overall. I mean,
Yeah, just what they used to be.
you're
Asar
you're in
misses both from the line again.
right. I mean, you're in such a big conference like that, especially with some powerhouses this year. St. John's, I believe, still leading their game against Baylor right now.
And wow, what body control by Adam Clark there.
Yeah,
Takes it in with his right hand and through contact finishes for the floater to extend the lead to 10.
yeah, that was beautiful. 3 guys on him, pretty much. So
And on the other side of the ball, Asar's reverse layup rims out, and Seton Hall's back on the break here.
yeah, 4 for 4 for Clark on his shots today so far. As that's gonna let's see.
That's going to take us to the under
Yeah.
8 timeout here.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
12 minutes in, up 10. I mean, I really did not have this on my bingo card. If I thought this would be like at least a one possession game, or USC with in favor by a slight margin with Seton Hall kind of behind, but no, Seton Hall's energy on the bench is just fantastic. They look like they're here to win and they're not here to mess around.
yeah, they just showed that replay of the Clark shot. It's beautiful there. Wow, it's gonna be crazy, crazy game here, especially as you wind down the first. Um, I'm assuming they'll put Staten McRae back in now. He was on the bench for most of that period there. I think really the standouts here, Clark and Williams, the third so far, both looked pretty good, and Bud Clark getting more involved on all sides of the ball than he really has been all year. And then Rice is still yet to make a bucket, 0 for 2 on his shot so far. So it's going to be tough here if USC keeps playing like this.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, you got 8 minutes to half. I think prime position for Seton Hall would be to hold this double digit lead or extend it as much as possible. I think getting to the free throw line a little bit more would be better. Only 6 free throws attempted, 4 made. I think State McRae needs to get involved a little bit more. He hasn't really done anything since the first 2 buckets that were made by him. So maybe a play, Shaheen Holloway drop a play for him in the isolation, get to a strong hand, finish on that side because that's where he thrives. But you know what? Like if it's not broke, don't fix it. If you're scoring at this rate right now, just keep doing what you're doing because the defensive intensity is there. They've they've forced USC into 9 turnovers to Seton Hall's only 4. So they continue this. This is going to be a pretty good Seton Hall win. So
Yeah,
and coming back to the game right now, they're showing the defensive steals and fast break points that Seton Hall has converted on.
and it's been a lot of them. 13 points off turnovers so far. I mean, they've really been able to take advantage there. Simpkins out, Stain McRae, as we were saying, back in the game for the Pirates.
quarterfinal against North Carolina State. They had 9 blocks and 11 steals and 19 points off 13 turnovers. They're already
Yeah,
near
they're
that clip.
on pace to shatter that.
Yeah, which is great. 14 fast break points for the Pirates to the Trojans 4. And the Trojans are yet to make a 3-pointer, only attempting one, which is very surprising for a team that shoots it at a high rate.
Yeah. Um, Kennesaw
And
State's on.
speaking of
Oh,
and
jeez.
speaking of 3-pointers, and speaking of Staten McCray knocks down his first triple of the game, extending this lead to 13 points.
I mean, that's huge. Immediately back in the game, making a difference already. I was gonna say Kennesaw State's on upset watch versus 2-5 Oral Roberts at the Coconut Hoops tournament. It's gonna be wow. I mean, they're shutting down the USC offense.
They really are.
Offensive foul on Marsh there, and they're gonna sub him out for Dickerson.
Speaking of Kennesaw State is good this year.
They
Look for
have,
them to
yeah.
be a contender in the CUSA.
Oh, turnover by Rivera on the offensive foul.
Yeah, Josh Rivera, averaging only 5 minutes per game. He's got some early action in this one playing, already playing 2 or 3 minutes to start, surprising by Holloway to bring him in.
Yeah, I am a bit surprised by that. Yeah.
Steal by State McCray. That is the 10th turnover.
3 steals for
Oh,
McCray.
but they call an offensive foul on Mike Williams on the drive. I don't know about that call. It looks like Dickerson was moving his feet a little bit.
Who is that ended up on the floor there? Yeah, Dickerson.
Marion Dickerson. I don't know if I like that call, but
Some good, good stuff there. He just body slams him into the beautiful court that they have here in Maui. But that's gonna be Williams out of the game. Simpkins back after his short time on the bench.
Mike Williams also sits for Simpkins.
Oh, another foul on Rivera.
Josh Rivera is not making good use of his minutes right now.
I assume that's probably gonna do it for him.
Yeah, it's gonna be Rivera's second personal foul.
In 3
He's
minutes, along with the turnover. So
2 minutes even.
Yeah. And they're showing Shaheen Holloway yelling a lot right now. So I assume he's obviously not too happy with what he's seeing so far.
Asar adds onto his pretty good first half with a free throw. He's up to 9 points and he converts on the second up to double digits with 10. Sar's 10 points, only 1 rebound, pretty surprising, but
yeah,
again, it's what he does. He's a paint beast.
And Rivera did go out on that sequence for Jacob Darr instead, so that makes a lot of sense there. So Seton Hall holding over a 10-point lead still.
And that 3-pointer is off by Simpkins.
Yeah.
And a rebound by the Trojans.
And then USC is going to bring it right back. So that's 2 fouls on Fisher, 2 fouls on Williams, 2 fouls on Parker, and 2 fouls on Rivera for Seton Hall. As Adam Clark going to bring it all the way back for a nice pull-up there. So he's up to 10 points.
Mid-range is smooth. The mid-range is smooth. He's already looking to have his best game as a Pirate. So far, he's only averaging 9 a game. His career high on this team is 13, and he's right there.
Yeah, USC still only with 2 points or 2 3-pointers attempted, and neither of them to drop in this game. Seton Hall's 2 for 6.
and Rodney Rice cannot buy a bucket, just missing on point blank range on a layup, and then committing probably a frustration foul, 90 feet away from the basket, 95 feet away from the basket, committing a foul.
uh, yeah, just pushing Bud Clark pretty much just into the bleachers there, right behind the hoop.
It's a pretty good acting job by Bud Clark there. Nothing. It was the smallest push.
It's a good one there as he's on the floor clapping.
State McCray misses on the layup. Um, don't really know how that wasn't a foul. Seemed like he got bumped midair, but no foul called. And on the other end, Rodney Rice picks up his first bucket of the game, and that's the first 3-pointer that the Trojans have nailed this game. And the lead is cut back to 10. This is the first field goal for the Trojans in 5 minutes, and the first team 3-pointer all
Yeah,
game.
finally able to um, get one to fall there.
Wide open look for three. State McCray's in and out, but the rebound, and they call a foul on Terrence Williams. I don't see it. Um,
Yeah, what? I don't know what they were looking at there.
yeah, I'm not sure either. That sequence was a little weird. I think they called a foul, and um, that will send. Let's see who's going to the line. That will send um
Simpkins.
Simpkins to the free throw line for a 1-and-1,
And
which he misses the front end.
misses Dickerson. Yeah, that's rough to not get anything there.
Oh wow! And a standing block by Jacob Dar on the other end,
Yeah,
which in the ball I believe hits off of Jacob Coffey, and
yeah,
it will be
that's
Seton
the
Hall's ball
U
at the.
4. So they'll head to timeout now. But wow.
So they went to the under 8 with a 10-point lead and they keep their 10-point lead. That's exactly what I think Shaheen Holloway is pleased with,
um,
especially just holding this USC offense in check right now.
yeah, Bud Clark still 5 for 5. 10 points already, leading his team, 3 assists as well, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, in 14 minutes, playing really good basketball. Unfortunately, Seton Hall's only 2 for 7 on threes, so I assume Holloway is going to be looking to get that up.
Checking back in across the states to Fort Myers, UNC and St. Bonaventure has tipped off. UNC is leading 10-5, nearing the under 16 timeout. And back in Vegas, St. John's has created a pretty sufficient lead over the Baylor Bears,
Yeah.
63-45 at the under 12 break. St. John's
Hopkins has 21 already, which is
very big,
pretty.
bouncing back from a heartbreaking loss last night to Iowa State on a game where they really could have won it. Zuby Ejiofor missed the game tying three with 2 seconds to go, and then a rebound with a layup didn't really do much. Not much
Kennesaw,
going on right now in college basketball, I guess.
Kennesaw regained their lead over Oral Roberts, so they're getting back into it. UC San Diego holding firm against Bradley. Yeah, not a ton going on right now.
Who's in this Coconut Hoops tournament? What other teams are playing there?
It looks like there's multiple divisions. So
Looking at the bracket right now, they have um, Tampa Bay division is so I guess Kennesaw State played Rice last night. They won. Oral
yeah,
Roberts and Kennesaw play, and then Kennesaw plays FGCU.
yep. And
Okay.
then their upper division, I guess, is Troy, Toledo, Belmont, St. Francis, I think.
Is that a complete different tournament, or are they connected?
I don't actually know. It says that it has them listed as two divisions, but I don't know if that's how
Yeah,
that works. It's interesting.
looks like it's played at FGCU's arena, which makes sense as they are in the tournament.
Yeah, that does make sense. Also, don't know if you saw yesterday, 2 days ago, I think, or over the weekend. Did you see the Princeton versus Penn State score for women's basketball?
Princeton, Penn State. No, I did not.
You should take a look.
Let's see. Wow, 100-93.
Yeah, and I think the Penn State box score is even better.
40 bomb on 19 of 23 shooting for some
Merkel, I think. Yeah,
Merkel, and then
yeah.
she literally did everything. And then one more, Aya Murray and Kiami Mc. Oh, wait, I know Kiami McMiller.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
she's the
yeah, yeah,
transfer from Rutgers. She was a 5-star, but she like they're like temper tantrums and like
yeah,
transferred out. She's
yeah.
averaging 19.
I saw that game the other day. When I was covering the St. Peter's game, and I was like, "What? How does that even happen?" They were playing in the Bahamas too, which is cool. So
Battle for Atlantis. So
yeah,
back to the game in Maui. State McCray is at the line for two or for 1-1, and he knocks down the front end. Seton Hall's up to 5 of 8 for the free throw line right now.
yeah,
Yeah, if we were looking at the money line, we are talking about money line in the beginning. If you took the minus 250 for Seton Hall, you're looking pretty good right now. And if you took the minus 7.5 for USC, you're definitely sweating that right now.
yeah, 100%.
I
Rodney
think it's just
Rice, yeah,
Ronnie Rice, yeah, with the layup,
yeah, gets another bucket there, so he's starting to come
but
alive.
quickly, but quickly into Jai Hines on the other end with his layup of his own on a great dish by Bud
Good,
Clark.
good. Bud Clark, 4 assists. Wow.
Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. That was an and one by Najai Hines.
I mean, this team's looking good. Um, Seton Hall crowd also looking good behind their bench there.
I know. Hines is off too strong on the um cannot convert the and one.
Yeah, rough there.
Open. Look who's starting to heat up. Rodney Rice just taking the ball isolation mode with a deep three. He's up to 8 points on 2 triples, and this lead is cut to 9. This is like alarms are going off right now for Sheen Holloway squad.
Yeah, that's getting scary. You really need to make sure you're still piling on when you're up, and they haven't really been able to do that yet. Oh, good thought there for that pass, but
Wow. And that is a great reverse layup on Jai Hines.
um, I mean that was a great pass that Bud Clark tried to get to the outside, but just I don't know who that was actually that was out there. Maybe that's Williams that lost
And that's
control.
and that's an and one. Rodney Rice foul
Foul.
on Bud Clark.
So now that's 2 fouls for Clark, Fisher, Williams, Parker, and Rivera for Seton Hall. They're up to 12 personal fouls.
Rice is up to double digits with 10 points, but he surprisingly misses his
Wow.
and one free throw. He is a 77% shooter on the year,
Yeah.
but he
McCray picks up his first rebound there too.
lead still 9, 2 minutes to go. I think Seton Hall is begging for halftime to come right now. Just get them to the break with a lead.
Yeah, I mean that's big, especially then coming back from said break with a lead like that is important. Clark taking his time, really all of them taking their time.
Double penetration and dish to Najai Hines, who is in and out on the little floater layup. And Ronnie
No.
Rice is here. Another three for Rodney Rice, and this lead is cut to 6. He's 13. He is literally just taking the ball himself. He got a screen, he crossed over, and he's just pulling it from distance. USC's crowd is on their feet, and that'll be a
Jeez.
timeout for Seton Hall. Rodney
Rodney Rice
Rice.
5 for 6 on his last 6.
It's the Rodney Rice show here. Sorry, not a timeout by Seton Hall. I just saw them walking to their sidelines. Believe that was set.
Some subs there. It looks like they'll bring back the 7-5 Dines in for USC.
Shaheen Holloway is livid on the sidelines right now. He is jumping around.
Clark.
Straight jacket to the hoop, and he is short on the layup. That miss by Clark.
I don't know what the plan is here.
Rice with the heat check. Whoa, bad shot. Oh my goodness, he almost made that. That was an off-balance deep three.
McRae.
And it leads to a fast break dunk for
Yes,
Simpkins.
McRae with the assist there. Thank God.
That's a big break for the Pirates.
Needed that.
Bad shot by Ronnie Rice.
And
I know
USC
he was
coaching
feeling it,
staff
but
all yelling at the refs.
and a foul on Adam Clark. That's his third. Is that his third personal?
Yep, third. That's not good.
Oh no! Look, right before the halftime, and Adam Clark is out. Holloway hands on his head, disappointed in his star guard.
I mean, best player by far. That's awful. Really, really bad. I mean, it's a lot of their fouls have been just careless. Actually, I don't know. Is Clark coming out there? Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Parker
they bring us up. Marion Dickerson hits on the first free throw on a lucky bounce.
Yeah, I mean, 13 fouls. They are
13 fouls, unbelievable.
And that's also 9 points for them off of free throws.
Yeah, USC is kind of getting bailed out right now by the Pirates. Dickerson hits on a second free throw, and this lead is cut back to 6 points with 41 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah,
this is a must-need.
10 points off free throws. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is an important possession for the Pirates.
Assume they're going to leave them with not a ton of time left.
I feel like State McRae needs to get the ball here, which he does, and he spins for a pull-up. Ooh, bad shot by McRae. A spin fading mid-range off the mark, and USC is going to hold for last shot in the hands of who but Rodney Rice.
That's a rough end.
Yeah, we just got to hope that there's nothing here. Rodney Rice passes the ball. I believe that's Dines.
Yeah.
Who swings it one more time for a floater, which is good at the buzzer for Easter. Jerry Easter off the bench. The freshman hits a big shot to end the half, where USC finishes the half on a 12-4 run, cutting the Seton Hall lead to 42-38 in a game where this game definitely could have got out of hand for the Trojans, but Rodney Rice is
13 of last 17 points for USC.
Oh, this locker room is pretty pathetic. What is that? They just cut to Seton Hall's locker room. That's seems pretty high school level.
Not even high school level in some cases.
Looks like a living room.
Up the stairs and yeah. Is that gonna do it for us?
Yeah, I think might have to check back in this game soon, but this is gonna be a good one to end.
Yeah, well,
St. Bonaventure and UNC is down by 8. Tennessee and Houston tip off. Got a good Tuesday night of feast week games to check out. But make sure you stay tuned for the end of this Seton Hall USC game.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully we'll bring you some more of these live streams as the week continues on. See if Seton Hall can work this one out. And if they do win this one, tomorrow's games are going to be even better. So we'll make sure to check back in with you for that. This has been a special live edition of Turnpike Takes. Check out GardenStateSports.net for all of your articles and stuff like that, and like and subscribe here on YouTube. I've been Andrew Hefner alongside Dylan Shaw. Let's go Pirates. And I'm sure you'll be seeing us posting quite a lot if Seton Hall is able to edge this one out after the half is over. Have a good